The next speaker, all the way from Singapore. He has been in the water industry for more than 10 years, and he was also a very influential person in terms of oxygen water. Okay? And he called himself the chief water evangelist. That tells how passionate is he about water. So let's put our hands together and welcome on stage our CEO of Oxytap, all the way from Singapore, Mr. Wilson Tan.
Woo! Prive International family, are you excited to be here? Are you excited? Better tell the person next to you, whether it's in the toilet, come back. It's going to be something exciting. This, I guarantee you, in the next 40 over minutes, it will be the most exciting thing you have ever imagined. And we are releasing it exclusively today with Prive International. Since we've announced our collaboration with Prive, we had non-stop emails, social media posts saying, where can we get it? Where can we find this? Right? And today, you can get it here. Today, you can get it outside. All right? So, without further ado, I want to share with you what is the most important thing in life. The 3 rules of human survival. You can survive 3 weeks without food. You can survive 3 days without water. But you cannot survive more than 3 minutes without oxygen. This is what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about. Oxytap is not a dispenser. Oxytap is not a filtration system. Oxytap is the world's first oxygen nutrition system. It increases high oxygen and uses water as a delivery mechanism into your body. Oxygen is in the air we breathe. Oxygen is in some of the green foods we eat. But is that enough? Is that gonna be enough for you? Right? So what does oxygen do? It can help reverse aging. So if you want to look good, you want to look young, you want to look like your children, like their brother or sister, oxygen is key for you, right? It also helps relieve headaches. There are many things surrounding oxygen. It boosts immune system. It supports breathing. When you go to the hospital, they give you oxygen immediately if you're going to the EU, right? The emergency unit. Okay, so oxygen is critical. And in Oxytap, we handle 2 elements, water and oxygen together. And you know, everyone has gone through this, COVID. And many of you may have lost friends and families during COVID also. What COVID does, the virus attacks your lung. And currently, the lung is the only source of oxygen. And if you do not have oxygen in your body, you cannot heal, period. I don't care how healthy you are, without oxygen, your wound, when you cut yourself, will not close up. So oxygen is critical. So like you see, when you get COVID, the virus attacks your lung, your air sacs begin to be filled up with liquid, mucus, and that's where you drown on dry land. Many of you here who have gone through COVID is suffering from long COVID. And later I'll share with you some of the testimonials how we actually help in long COVID. You would also know that many families and friends are also suffering from this. And what does long COVID cause you to have? Mental issues, depression. I don't know after COVID, right? How many of you feel depressed frequently? So it could be lack of oxygen, right? And also your nervous systems. It's not functioning well. Your endocrine system, diabetes, obesity, skin disorder, rashes, all this is linked to low oxygen because once you have COVID, your lung is injured. If you have gotten COVID, you can't recover as fast. And like I said earlier, without oxygen, you cannot heal. So that's why the term long COVID. We are lacking in oxygen. Even aging today, the older you are, your cells do not have the metabolic energy to absorb oxygen. That's why the older you are, lesser and lesser oxygen your body can consume And finally, sicknesses and diseases start to come in. Your immune system drop. So these are all the issues related to aging. Even cancer. Today, this is the founder or the one who discovered cancer, Dr. Otto Warburg. He's a Nobel Prize winner in medicine. He says cells can turn cancerous if you deprive it for oxygen for long periods of time. And all normal cells have a requirement for oxygen. If you deprive a cell 35% of its oxygen, just 35% of its oxygen for 48 hours, the cells may mutate to cancer cells. But what if you're able to increase oxygen back in your body? Would not the cells not metastasize or spread, but be contained? Oxygen is key to prevent cancer spreading and cancer prevention. It's always been around. It's been known in the industry for many years. They have used hyperbaric chamber to treat people in high oxygen environment. Now we have a technology which does it in a small footprint and on your tabletop. Just an example, today, if you go to see a clinic and they test your blood, and the doctor says, hey, you have a high cancer count, you need to get chemotherapy. And we know chemotherapy kills everything. It's like poison, right? But if your body is low in oxygen, your immune system is very low. But your cancer cells are the strongest in low oxygen environment. So when you go for the 5 to 6 chemotherapy treatment, chemotherapy goes through your body, it kills all your weak cells. And by the time it reaches your cancer cell is the strongest because of the low oxygen environment. So if we add this with Oxytap, it's a different story. Oxygen increases in your environment, your body environment. Your cancer cells are weakened. Your weak cells are strengthened. And whatever treatment you take, be it chemotherapy, be it alternative TCM, the treatment works better. So many different water brands today. Which is the freshest? I don't care how expensive your water bottle is or what brand it is. Shelf life is 2 years. The longer you keep it, the lesser oxygen is going to be in the bottle. The whole world is selling you stale water. A reference, you can see 8 to 20 is natural water level, oxygen level, right? Tap water comes down to 8 to 6. So regular tap water is about 6.5, 6.7. When you go through a filtration system, it could go as low as 2.5 to 3. And of course, when you boil the water to make your coffee and tea, it's even lesser. There is no technology out there where you can get a system and increase it in 3 minutes to the highest mountain water quality. In one press, we go up to 25 parts per million. And we can even concentrate it even higher. Just to show you, we are an engineering company and we don't tell you about all the fluff, right? We have real things and we show you with real measurement instrument. This is a dissolved oxygen meter and it's not done by us. You can get this commercially and you can test the water you drink, be it your filter or be it other brands. So these are some of the popular brands out there. It's about 7.4. Some of these branded brands are 7.73. And by the way, this is purchased fresh from the supermarket. When the shipment comes, we went to buy it and we test it. The longer it stays in the supermarket, 3 months, 6 months, is going to be 5 to 4 ppm only. Volvic from France. Dasani, 7.77. This is Oxytap. In 3 minutes, we are able to bring it up to 26.7. Nobody in this world has this technology. Nobody in the world. And if you look at the charts today, there's no competition. I don't care how branded your water is. I don't care how good your filter is. Look at the oxygen level. And so we are the world's first oxygen supplement infuser. We are able to do refresh mode. In one press, in 3 minutes, we call it a single shot. We refresh the water quality to be higher than mountain quality. If you leave the water in the nozzle itself and you go for another shot, we call this a double shot. And double shot, we call it a re-energize mode, where it's like drinking a double shot of espresso without the caffeine. It keeps you alert, and it's very good for people who are concentrating in work, for your children who are studying. You know, mom says H2O, we split hydrogen and oxygen. We take away the hydrogen, which then interacts with the air to turn back into water. But the pure oxygen molecules are recycled back into the machine. And we do not alter the structure of the water. And the key thing is consistency. If you Google in the internet, you will see a lot of people saying, hey, oxygen water is fake, it's a snake oil, it doesn't work. True, because like I said earlier, oxygen water is not us. Oxygen water has to be manufactured in the factory. Here, with Oxytap, we bring the factory to you. And you produce it at home fresh, and it's high. Our technology is also able to keep it stable. It stabilizes the oxygen for 24 hours in room temperature. If you chill it and you oxygen, you keep it in a fridge, it can last more than a week. There's no technology out there like this. This lady is in our roadshow. She's 80 plus. And because she's 80 plus, you measure her oxygen meter, her oxygen level is about 94. Right? And there's no, like I said, there's no supplement in the world today. You can just take and buy it and take. The oxygen increases. We let her drink a glass, just a shot of oxygen, Oxytap supplement water. Within 10 seconds, it goes up to 99. In the world, there's no supplement which gives you 5% increase in your blood oxygen in 10 seconds. We are the only one in the world to do that. I just came back from Berlin in an IFA show. It's one of the international consumer fair, and only the top technologies can be featured there. So we just came back from IFA about 3-4 months ago, and we also help people relieve pain. Some of them say, hey, I got pain in, it's been 8 years. Don't waste your time, it's going to hurt. But with oxygen water, it helps remove their pain. This elderly man is 90 years old, right? He sits down and he stands up. Dizziness, high blood pressure. Like I said, the older you are, the lesser oxygen your body can absorb. And you need a supplement. So those who have elderly parents, you know what to buy them for Mother's Day and Father's Day. Huh? So when he sat down and he tried our water, just a few sips, he stood up and there wasn't any dizziness at all. He said, wow, this is amazing. And then he bought the machine and he drank it for 1 week when we were having the roadshow. After 1 week, he went to see the doctor. The doctor took him off medical, high blood pressure medication just for 1 week of drinking. And he was so excited, he came to our booth and he said, thank you so much for bringing this technology into my life. It saved me from taking pills. The other thing you could do is also oxygenate. A lot of times, the ladies here go to, the trend here is oxygen spa, right? You go and do facial, oxygen peeling and all that. So the buzzword is oxygen. But do you know how much oxygen is there? It's very little. But today, if you have a machine like Oxytap at home, you can oxygenate high concentration of oxygen. You can use a blank face mask, put it there, pour oxygen water, oxygen supplement, and then add your serum, and it's high oxygen, and you can put it on your face. You can do it yourself. You can do it for your friends, do it for your family, your children. I have a customer, the son is about 8 years old. He has a 4th stage brain cancer, right? And after that, every night the mother is worried because the blood oxygen keeps on dropping. And without oxygen, without Oxytap, it doesn't help him sleep. So we are changing lives, people. We are changing lives. I have cancer patients who are given 6 months to live. Now it's 4 years, she's still alive. I have young kids who have blood leukemia. 2 years of drinking our product, totally into remission. We are not here purely for the money. The money is important. But we are here to change lives. And I look to you, Pride family, as the army of change. Thank you so much for your time. See you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and give it up everyone for Mr. Wilson Tan, the founder and CEO of Oxytap.